Alright, I want to explain something that happened to me yesterday afternoon, because right now it's the next day. But, don't want to draw the video upload too long. However, I take my kid somewhere, he does his thing, we come back on the bus, we get off the bus, and we walk to the park because he wants to play in the park. That's all good. Let him play in the park. I'll go sit on the bench, and he'll play with his mates that are there. And so they were doing that, and I was just sitting there chilling on my phone, checking out my stuff. Usually I get bored of it after about 5 minutes, so I'll put it away. I give my kid like 40 minutes to play in the park. Just enough to make him hungry for dinner. That's what you do. But that's what I do anyway. But yeah, so I was sitting there, and this is only a plane, and I'll show you kind of what I seen. This in the picture I'll show you isn't what I seen, but it's close enough. It is wild. So I'm gonna flick to the next picture, and then I'll tell you what happened. Okay. It was similar to this, but it had some sort of trail come out of it. Okay, it's not this one, so don't be flipping and dipping and be like, "Well, that's on, wherever." It's the only one that comes close enough to what I seen. So basically, I looked up in the sky and seen this transparent thing going across the sky, and it had this trail of whatever it was. It wasn't like anything. I don't know, coming out of it. It was like a smoke, we'll say. Just as an example. A trail of smoke. That's what we'll call it. And I pulled out my phone because I've seen these type of things before, at least a couple times, and every time I pull out my phone, they disappear. This time I have this thing set right in my sights, halfway across the sky, right where I'm sitting. And I take my phone, I put on the camera, I aim it right at it, and guess what happens? My phone cannot detect it. I tried 4 times. I literally put the phone down, like away from my face, to look up, and I could see it. Then when I put the phone back in the same spot as it was going, I couldn't get it on the camera. So I tried about 4 times, up and down, just to make sure I was in the right spot, and I was. So I gave up, and I'm watching this thing, and this thing goes near the sun, and literally just poof, vanishes. Now, I had seen this happen before, 2 years ago, when almost a similar incident, except I was waiting for the bus to get my kid from a program that he was in, and I was waiting on the bus, and I look up, and similar to this thing, flies across the sky, and this is when Trudeau was the Prime Minister. Now it's elbows up Carney, as most of you would know. So, Trudeau was in power. So, then I was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was literally like this, looked like a plane-ish, and it was flying across the sky. There was one big cloud, okay? Now this thing flew across the sky into the cloud. Mind you, this was about 5:30 at night. Well, 5:30 in the evening. So the sun, obviously it's fall at that point, so the sun is like going down, so the sky's a little darker than normal. Just trying to give you an insight as to what the conditions were, the lighting and everything. So, excuse me, you could still see the sky and the cloud. So this thing flies to the cloud, goes into the cloud, and vanishes. And I'm looking up in the sky, and I'm like, where did it go? It was only one piece of cloud. I don't even know. I couldn't even describe the size of the cloud. It wasn't very big, at least from not what I've seen. Maybe the size of a small building, maybe. But I've seen it before. But this one was wild. This one was transparent, had smoke-ish type stuff coming out of it, and like I told you, when I was trying to get my phone to take a picture of it, my phone, I tried flicking it to video too. My phone couldn't detect it. All I see was blue sky. I could not find it. So that is my, I guess, UAP story or UFO story. It was wild. Generally, I like looking up in the sky when it's clear and it's nice. It's crisp. It's fall. I love the fall air. It's crisp. It's nice. It's good for you. Helps my breathing for sure. But to see that, I'm like, whoa. But the reason I didn't really make a big deal out of it is because I felt like kind of like an idiot to tell the other parents that were standing there, hey, look up there, look. Because I've seen this type of thing before, but not with these things. I've seen what I thought were planes. Apparently they were drones, but big drones look like planes. They were stuck in the air, and I think everyone has seen those videos. I've seen them myself, and I'm in disbelief when I see that. And I don't believe in the wind and all that other crap, especially when they're low and they're about to land. I don't believe any of that garbage. Okay, so don't try and get me on that one either, because I've seen things that logically make no sense to me. Anyway, that's my little story. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't. Remember one thing, there's nothing to fear. I'm not fearing it. I think it's crazy, but I'm not fearing it. I'm giving you guys a skinny to 411 of what's going on here. Right? Now, be careful with the Sora, and there's a newer one that's out now, not Sora 2. There's a Sora 2, whatever. Then there's another one. They're unleashing the AI on us. Okay, they're unleashing AI videos. I've seen them. Some of them they make me laugh. I'll be honest. I'm a lighthearted kind of guy when it comes to comedy and fat individuals falling through a porch. That's just me. Blame my UK sense of humor. Anyway, talk to you then, guys.